Hi BookTube, and welcome to a weekend reading vlog, a long weekend reading vlog. Today is Saturday the 29th of June. Sorry for the background noise. I am currently watching the London series of baseball. My beloved Boston Red Sox are playing the New York Yankees in London, England. It's so exciting. I heard about this like at the beginning of the season, and because I have the package, the MLB package, I can watch this. So it is on in the background. The TV's like right beside me. So I'm sitting here in front of my computer because I am editing the weekly reads video for, or the weekly reviews video for this week. So yeah, a bit of a late start to this weekend's vlog. It is already after 3 in the afternoon. I got up this morning. I slept in a bit. Usually I get up, even on weekends, I'm usually up by 6:30. And I slept in till almost 7:30 this morning. I know that doesn't sound late to a lot of you, but to me that's late. And I got up and I realized yesterday when I talked to my mom that that I wasn't going to be going to bingo this weekend because of it's the end of the month, and you know, rent comes out, car payments come out, all those fun things. So we didn't really have a lot of extra money. So my mom's like, well, I have a bit of money. She's like, if you want to come, I'll treat you, because I offered to drive her, right? And I'm like, okay, you know, I was still kind of tired. If you watched my my weekly reads, that's going to be going up obviously later on today. I mentioned that yesterday I was in hospital for the day because I've been having heart palpitations. They're still there, but they're nowhere near as much as I've had over the past week. So I think the increase in my medication has really made a difference. Thankfully, I'm so grateful for that. So anyway, I was tired and I thought, you know, whatever. And I'm thinking I might want to go for a nap, but I don't think I want to do that. I want to try and stay up a bit later tonight. Or not stay up late, but try to keep my sleep schedule normal. But we'll see how tired I end up getting. I might go out in a little bit. I'm debating on going over to the thrift store to buy some books. So I will definitely take you guys with me if I do that. But anyway, it looks like it's going to storm outside too. It doesn't seem like it because it seems really bright and sunny, but legitimately the clouds are starting to roll in. So anyway, where was I going? So I went to bingo. And it was very profitable at bingo today. I won a jackpot. I know. It was a decent amount of money, let's put it that way. So I am putting most of it away in savings, just in case. But, you know, I am going to go treat myself to a few new books, I think. So that's exciting. So Mom was really happy, too. She's like, oh, I'm so glad you decided to come. Because I won it and we split, right? So, you know, after I gave her back her money for treating me, then we split whatever was left over. So that was kind of fun. So, yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing. I did that, and then I stopped on my way home and I treated Garrett to lunch. We're probably going to get takeout dinner tonight, too, because it is so disgustingly hot that the thought of turning on the stove or the oven is just not appealing at all. We do not have a very big apartment, so you turn on that oven and it heats the whole place up. It's ridiculous. And now the sun's coming back out. It can't decide what it's doing out there. But yeah, so I'm watching the baseball game. I'm editing a video. I'm knitting on my socks. Got my socks that I'm knitting on over here. They're over beside me. And yeah, I turned off the air conditioner, but it sits right behind me, but the fan's on, so I've got that. Try and keep it cool in here. I do have a bit of a headache today. So I think I'm going to take some Tylenol. Maybe I should just go and lay down. No, but I want to go out. Because I want to go to the thrift store, and I want to go to, it's called the Bulk Barn. I don't know if you guys have this in the U.S. I think it's maybe only Canadian, but literally it's a store that sells everything in bulk. And I love going for candy and chocolate. So they have like these huge bins of like those gummy candies and like chocolate and stuff like that. So I think I might make a trip to the Bulk Barn. And of course I'll take you guys with me on that too if I do that. But other than that, the rest of today is pretty much going to be, this is what it's going to be. I'm going to do a bit more reading. I'm reading Unleashed by Diana Palmer. Not absolutely loving it, I have to say. Diana Palmer has a certain writing style that Well, it's a good book and I'm enjoying the book. It's just the writing style of hers is not something that absolutely appeals to me. Does that make sense? But of course, I should get that done tomorrow. My goal is to get that done tomorrow because it is one of my June books and I want to finish it before the end of the day tomorrow. Because the 1st of July is on Monday. And now I'm off work on Monday, of course, for Canada Day. So Garrett and I are going to try and get somewhere to see fireworks if Garrett's feeling a bit better. Unfortunately, he got a cat fur in his eye. I'm obviously not going to show him to you because the poor guy, his eye is just like, it's horrible. So we want to get that, fixed up on him and stuff. But yeah, so anyway, that's it. I've got a donut here I'm going to snack on. I have to show you guys because I went to Tim Hortons. Oh, and I'm losing the bag. This is a fireworks donut, they're calling it. Special for Canada Day. The little bumpy pieces, those are like Pop Rocks. So you get like that, like pop, like the fizzy kind of candy. If I don't know if anywhere else in the world has Pop Rocks. I know they're probably in the States. But, well, that's a good donut. But, so I'm going to have my Tylenol snack on my donut, and I'm still drinking my water. And yeah, that's about it, you guys, for this little update. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, it's about 8:30 on Saturday night and I am relaxing for the rest of the night. I'm pretty much in my spot on the couch. My video is exporting from Movie Maker right now, my weekly reads, so hopefully that should be up on YouTube by 10 o'clock tonight, I'm hoping. This might take a little, it's about a 40-minute long video. I rant quite a bit about a book that I read. But you guys will probably already seen this video, or that video before you see this one. But anyway, so I checked in with you guys a number of hours ago. I haven't done any more reading since. I was out for a bit, so I actually did, I actually listened to some of my audiobook, which is Cowboy to the Core by Maisie Yates. I'm about halfway through that one right now, and I'm really enjoying it. It is part of the Gold Valley series, and it's highly, highly enjoyable. But I haven't really done any more reading. I've been pretty busy today. Out this morning with my mom, and then coming home and kind of working on my video, and then I napped after I talked to you guys last. I did lay down for about an hour, and I could have stayed asleep. Like, I could have slept for hours and hours. I am exhausted. Everything, I think, over the last few days is catching up with me with being in the hospital and the increase in my medication. This medication makes you, it doesn't make you drowsy in that sense, but I've heard a lot of people state that one of the side effects is that it makes you very tired. So, getting all of your sleep and stuff is very, very important when you're on this medication. Even more so than normal. I mean, getting, your allotted sleep is very important, but even more so when you're on a medication like this. So I think over the next few days, I'm going to have to try and change around some of my sleep patterns and stuff like that. Trying to get to bed a bit earlier, letting myself sleep in a little bit. Not sleep in, but, I don't have to get up at 6:30 in the morning, but I do like to. That's like my time. I can sit and I can knit and listen to an audiobook, and it's quiet, have my coffee. Decaf coffee now, but whatever. But anyway, so I did that, and then I went out. I went to the Book Barn, and I went to Value Village, and I got 2-second little clips at each place. Both places were busy, so I didn't want to be filming too much there, because I'm not used to that whole filming out in public thing, especially at like a bulk store and a thrift store, so, But I thought I'd show you guys what I got. So I do plan on actually doing a book haul in July for the books that I bought in June. So these books would actually be included in that book haul, but I decided, as a special treat for you guys to show you what I bought. But I'm also going to show you what I got at the Book Barn, because I have a sweet tooth big time. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say that. I am more of a savory person. I prefer popcorn and potato chips over candy, but I've just been in the mood for candy lately. So, and I do, I bought this stuff and I guarantee you it will last for a while because I don't just sit and eat the whole thing. I'll have a little bit here and there. So it'll last me a little while. Like I bought some of the chocolate stuff to like take to work with me. So sorry for reaching, everybody, but I'll reach into the bag. Okay, so here's what I bought. I got gummies. These are new. I have not tried these before. They're like, if you guys have seen like the Coke bottle gummies, but these are iced tea flavored. So yay, that sounds yummy. I also got, this is what I got to take to work kind of. These are rosebuds. Have you guys ever seen these before? They're like little chocolate dots and they're just milk chocolate. They're quite yummy. So I do like those. Those will be good. Sorry about the weird camera angle. Jube Jubes. Can't go wrong with a bag of Jube Jubes. And you'll notice I tried my best to not get any black ones. That came off, so I gotta put that back on there. I saw this, it was new, it's unicorn popcorn. It's essentially popcorn with like candy coating on it, so yes please. And is that all that I got? Yeah, that's all that I got. That's enough for myself at the bulk store. So, switching hands here on my camera. So now I can show you guys the book haul. Sorry guys, the camera went a little wonky on me. I think I pressed the wrong button. But anyway, I'm going to show you now the books that I bought at Value Village. They didn't have a huge selection of stuff, like nothing that, I mean, they have a huge selection of stuff, but nothing that was really jumping out at me. So I ended up, though, but I still bought 10 books. So, you know, but I will show you the ones that make me, like, I'm excited about all of these, but the ones that I'm most excited about, I'll show you those last. So, you know, as I was saying, I'm going to be doing a book haul in July, but, you know, as a special treat, I just thought I'd show you guys these now. So you guys will not see these. I will not be showing these again in the June book haul. So just, you know, be aware. So all these books were in really good condition, which is why I picked them up. So the first one I got here was by Susan Wiggs, and this is called Enchanted Afternoon. I believe this is a historical romance novel that she has done, and I've not heard of this book before, but it sounded really good. So yeah, because in here it praises like The Mistress and a few other books, like a few other of the historicals that she's done, but it doesn't, this drives me bonkers. It doesn't give you a date. You know, if it's a historical, they should maybe. I don't know. It says, beautiful and charming and respected as the wife of an ambitious senator, Helen Barnes is the leading lady of Saratoga Springs. But beneath the, I can never say that word out loud, F-A-C-A-D-E, facade, lies a terrible deception. Helena is married for all the wrong reasons. She discovers too late that her husband is a dangerous man. Ooh, that sounds good. Maybe it's not a historical, but it looks like it is because on the cover, you guys probably can't see that, but on the cover, those two people are dressed in like old school clothing, like maybe turn of the century, like she's like carrying a parasol and stuff like that. But anyway, sounds really good. So I picked that, and guys, it was in mint condition, so yay. The next one that I grabbed was by Grace Burrows. This is When the Duchess Says I Do. Praise given by Julia Quinn. Duncan Wentworth once tried his hand at rescuing a damsel in distress long ago, and he's vowed he'll never make that mistake again. Yet when he comes across a stranger in the poacher-infested woods of his estate, decency compels him to offer the lady aid. Ooh, sounds good. I don't know. Historical is really starting to interest me a lot more lately, more and more. So that's always a good thing. Speaking of, The Other Miss Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. This is part of the Bridgerton. It's a Bridgerton prequel, is what it's considered to be. So yay. Is this the one where? Oh, this is about smugglers and pirates. So yes, this one, I mean, obviously, look, there's a ship on the cover, but doesn't that sound delightful? Yay. Can't wait to get to that one. And then a couple contemporaries. I got Susan Mallory's Three Little Words, which is part of the Fool's Gold series, this mint condition. I am reading these as a mix of audio and ebook right now, because I don't own a lot of these, but my goal is to actually get the whole series just to have on my shelf, because I do love this series so very much. But yeah, when I saw this one in mint condition, I couldn't say no. And then Debbie Macomber's A Girl's Guide to Moving On. This one sounds really good. I heard about this one, I think, last year. Nicole and her mother-in-law Leanne are both starting over after leaving their troubled marriages. So it's about two women, obviously a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law, and how they are kind of moving on with their lives. And I do love the double, like the two generations. I think that's a really fun premise. And yeah, this one sounds really good. So I am looking forward to it. Again, it was in really, really good condition. And then the last one, which is the first one that, well, not the last one, I've got a couple others, but the first one that I spied when I walked in was a Mary Kay Andrews. And I know that Steve praises her quite a bit. I think I've read one book by her, but I happened upon this one. It was a big floppy trade paperback. So I couldn't say no to this one. I mean, this looks like a great summer read. This one might have to end up being on my August TBR somehow. I will have to figure out where it'll fit for the summer romance book bingo. But it says, some people stay all summer long in the idyllic island of Belle Island, North Carolina. Others come only for the weekend, and the mix between the regulars and the quote-unquote weekenders can sometimes make sparks fly. Ooh. Andrews blends romance, intrigue, and soap opera-like twists in this entertaining novel about a gossipy beach town. Perfect. This definitely has to go on my August TBR, guaranteed. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. Oh, it should be great. I do love a big trade paperback like this. I think they're fantastic. So anyway, the find of the day, though. Somebody must have been going through, you know, boxes in the basement or moving out of mom and dad's house or who knows, because there was a whole bunch. There's about 10 of these books on the shelf. But I limited myself to 4 because these were the 4 that were probably amongst the ones that were there that were my favorites. So I know growing up, my generation, so I am 40, so those of us of my generation who grew up, like, were teenagers in the 90s, kids in the 80s, there were certain books that we read. We read the Sweet Valley High series. We read the Babysitters Club series. We read the Fear Street series. And I enjoyed the Fear Street series a great deal. But what I really, really loved was Christopher Pike. I think he was actually, I preferred his work over R.L. Stine. They seemed to be a little darker, a little more depth to them. You know, and I really enjoyed them. But there was about 10 of these Christopher Pike books sitting there. So like I said, I grabbed 4 that I really wanted. And what my plan is, because I do not want these lingering on my shelf for a while, I do want to reread them, is that, as you guys probably know, I am reading through the Babysitter's Club right now. But I think in the month of October, I'm going to take a break from the Babysitter's Club. And for the month of October, I picked 4 books. I'm going to read these 4 books instead. And I think I might even do a little read-along, a Christopher Pike read-along. If anybody else is interested, let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in doing. I'll mention it again closer to October to see if, you know, we've got any more interest. But I would love to do it. I mean, you guys don't have to read these ones, but just if you're going to be reading some Christopher Pike. So, yeah. So anyway, I got Witch, which was hands down my favorite one. And I was so disappointed when I got rid of these because I have had the hardest time trying to find it. Now, I believe a lot of his books are available on ebook, like for Kindle or for whatever ebook service you use. But this one I have had a hard time finding. I think it's included in a bind-up, but I don't want the bind-up. I just want this one. So yeah, so I'm very, very excited to have this one back. Julia is a young woman with extraordinary powers. She has the ability to heal people with her touch. She can also know things that are happening in far-off places when she looks in water that has sunlight shining on it. She comes from a tradition of witches, of good witches. But before Julia's mother died, she warned her daughter never to look in the water that had moonlight shining on it. This was so, so good. I still remember this story. I mean, talk about a creepy cover, right, you guys? So I think, like, for October, I think this is going to be so much fun. So this is, like I said, the first one. The next one that I got, I really enjoyed this one, too. The Midnight Club. Again, of course, by Christopher Pike. Rottenham Home was a hospice for young people, a place where teenagers with terminal illnesses went to die. Nobody who checked in ever checked out. It was a place of pain and sorrow, but also, remarkably, a place of humor and adventure. At the hospice was a group of 5 young men and women who called themselves the Midnight Club. Every night at 12, they met and told each other stories, tales of intrigue and horror, of life and death, true stories, made-up stories, and stories that fell somewhere in between. This was so good, too. And I mean, really, really kind of, not, I don't want to use the word creepy, but, you know, kind of very real life in a way that, as, you know, you read these stories and these Christopher Pike and these R.L. Stine books that teenagers would die and stuff like that, but it was like, it was almost in a very campy movie-esque horror slasher film, you know, kind of way. Whereas this, with the reality of it being a hospice, and the reality that there are people at the time that you were reading this, when you were in your teens, that there were other teens that were suffering, like with terminal illnesses and stuff like that, you know, and not done in that very sappy way that, you know, you see a lot of those books, like A Walk in the Clouds and stuff like that. But yeah, so this one I really, really enjoyed too. The next one, oh, as soon as I saw this cover, I'm like, yes, I totally remember this book. The Immortal. Yay. Josie is on vacation in Greece with her father, his new girlfriend, and her best friend. While visiting the sacred island of Delos, she accidentally stumbles upon an ancient artifact, a tiny statue of a goddess. Immediately, Josie is enchanted, by the statue, and she takes it with her when she leaves the island. So then things start to happen, that the goddess wants to switch places with her. This was really, really good too. I really enjoyed that one. And last but not least, creepy. Look at that cover, you guys. Road to Nowhere. Teresa is running away from home. Driving north along the California coast, she picks up two mysterious hitchhikers, Poppy Corn and Freedom Jack. Together, the three of them tell stories. Teresa of her devastating relationship with her boyfriend, Poppy of a sad young woman she once knew, and Freedom of a talented young man with a violent temper. Yet as they talk, a darker story starts to unfold around them. A story of life and death, of redemption and damnation. It will be the longest night of Teresa's life. It may be the last. Really, really good. All of these. So let me know, you guys, if you're interested in doing a Christopher Pike read-along in October. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. It is Sunday night, and it is about 20 after 9. And I'm finally coming to you with an update for today. So I do apologize for the lack of updates in this vlog. You guys know me. I'm kind of horrible at this. Which is why, part of the reason why I stopped doing the weekly vlogs is because, you know, I'm not, my life is not interesting enough to warrant doing it every day. I had planned in June to do, like, not necessarily daily, but to kind of vlog when something interesting would happen. And that kind of fell by the wayside. And I do hope to do it in July. No promises, but I would like to be able to do that, to kind of have like a snapshot of even just pictures and, you know, some little bit of video footage of stuff that's going on during the month, kind of like a monthly update vlog kind of an idea. But anyway, so like I said, it's 20 after 9, and I just did my makeup. Nothing spectacular, some foundation, a little eyeshadow, a little blush. The eyeshadow and the blush are the exact same makeup. I love doing that. I do it quite often. And this one is from, the one I used today is called Partay, and it's from Tarte. This came, I think, in like a holiday set or something like that. But yeah, it is meant to be a blusher. Is it a blusher? I don't have my glasses on. Amazonian Clay 12-hour blusher. But I use it for both my eyes and my blush, which is fun to do on occasion. So not that you can really see, but there's the color. So I like doing that. The other one I do that with is my Too Faced, which also came in a holiday set. This one is called Love Flush, and it is a long-lasting 24-hour blush. So that's the one I also do this with quite often. Pop this one open so you guys can see it. It's virtually very similar, the same color. But that's like my colors. These are the ones when I want to do a natural looking makeup. So I just put a little bit of foundation on. I put a little bit of eyeshadow on, my blusher, my lip balm, which again, something else I love. For those of you who are makeup people, you need to get your hands on this. I heard about this from Emily Noel, 83 on YouTube. She is my favorite and the only beauty person that I actually watch on YouTube. And this is also from Tarte. It looks like this, and this is the one I'm wearing is called Cherry, and this is legitimately, you guys, it is a it's not a lipstick, it is a lip balm. So it is super hydrating, especially in like the summer and winter, you know, like throughout the year. That's the color, but that's the color it shows up on my lips. So it looks really, really bright, but it's really what's the word I'm looking for? It's, you know, it's not a thick color that's going on there. It's nice and subtle, and I love it. And it's got a bit of a cooling sensation to it as well, very kind of minty. There's lots of different colors for this line, and I want to get more of them. They're not cheap. They're like 25 bucks. but totally, totally worth it. Can I get the cap back on while I'm sitting here? But yeah, and then a little bit of what do you call it? Mascara on the eyes. Which, since we're doing a get ready with me sort of, kind of, not really, showing you what I got ready with, I'm using, they're real. This is a sample. I don't know who does this, mascara. Oh, it's Benefit. Benefit is the company, and this came in like a promo or something. I think this might have come in when I used to get Ipsy. It might have come in that, but I've got a ton of, like, my favorite though, my very favorite mascara ever is still the Maybelline Great Lash. This is the best stuff, and you can get it at the drugstore, which is fantastic. But anyway, second runner-up though would have to be for that would be the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Oh, sorry. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is another sample one. I love it. Love it, love it. This is the one that I tend to break out, like, if I'm going somewhere, other than work, I will break this one out because it does do really great things for my eyelashes. I do have an eyelash curler. I don't tend to use it all the time. It is from Tarte. I got it in a set, and this is what it looks like. It's like mermaid. Look at the sides of it, you guys. This was like a limited edition. My friend Jess bought it for me when she came to stay with me last year. So I don't use this very often because luckily my eyelashes naturally curl on their own, so that's always fun. But anyway, why did I put on makeup at 9:30 at night, you might be asking, on a Sunday night? Because I decided to shoot a video. And not just this. I need to do my month-end wrap-up. And I was going to, typically, like you guys know, I film most of my weekly videos on Friday. So, like, I film, like, my weekly reviews and then all the other videos that are going to be going up during the week. But this week, because the first of the month wasn't until Monday, I didn't want to shoot that video prior to, because I was still working on two books that I wanted to get done by the end of the month. And then I thought, okay, so I'll just film them on Monday. Monday's a holiday anyway, so I've got lots of time to do it. No big rush. It's been so hot here, you guys. Oh my gosh, today was actually a relatively cool day. We got up to like 24 Celsius, which to my American friends would be 48, like 78 degrees, like right around 80 degrees. So it was a lovely day. And it was nice and cool. And so the living room, we've had the fans on, so it's been nice and cool. And I was sitting here tonight and I had finished, so reading update, I finished both of my books that I was trying to get done for the month of June. And that was Unleashed by Diana Palmer, which I enjoyed. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. I don't want to talk too much about the books in this vlog. I'll save that for my wrap up. And I also did, I also finished Cowboys to the Core by Maisie Yates, which I also really enjoyed. That one got a 4-star. So I decided, because this afternoon when I was updating my spreadsheet with the 2 books that I finished, I just went ahead and did up all my notes, like all my stats and stuff, because I just pulled them from the spreadsheet. So it's really, really easy. I just have to like hunt for them and get the numbers and stuff like that. So I put all that together. And then I was sitting here tonight and we had a late dinner. Like, we just finished dinner about a half an hour ago. We had tacos. Oh, I love tacos. And I had showered already. Like, I shower at night because it's a lot easier for me than doing it in the morning. And I had showered, so my hair's looking like really good. And I did put on a little bit of makeup, very easy. I could just wipe it all off before I go to bed, and rewash my face, which I would normally do anyway. I'm like, you know what? Because originally I was going to shoot the video first thing tomorrow morning, like when Garrett gets up, because he, a lot of nights he tends, especially in the summer, he tends to go into the living room because he runs really, really hot. And even though we have a fan on in here, it's still too hot. In this back room, it's cooler in the front. It doesn't bother me as much because I run cold all the time, but he often, 9 times out of 10, ends up on the couch in the middle of the night. Plus the fact that I kick him in the back because he snores like a freight train and drives me bonkers. If I don't get to bed before he does, I won't get to sleep. Sorry. I know that might be TMI for some people, but not anything weird. I mean, it's sleeping habits, right? So anyway, I would have to wait till he gets up in the morning. Like, usually I'm out there in the morning when he's out there, but I'm not about to start filming a video when he's snoring away on the couch 2 feet away from me. So I just thought, you know what, if I do it tonight, it's done, and then I can edit it tomorrow, and I've got all day tomorrow to do nothing. So that's my game plan. But anyway, yeah, so I'm here in the bedroom. I'm at my makeup table. behind me, I know you guys have probably not seen this very often, but this is like my little makeup corner. So I have this is the light in the corner over here. I really, really like this because it's got like stands on it. So I've got all my perfumes and stuff over here. And then behind me is this bookcase, which has all of my witchy books in it, all my pagan and new age books in here. This is a full bookshelf filled. On top, I've got more body sprays from Bath and Body Works, which I love. My little witch Beanie Baby that I love. Oh, and my my black cat Beanie Baby. And then I've got a cat, and I've got 2 of the Funko Pops from Clueless, and the third one, where's Claire? Not Claire, Cher. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite movie and I couldn't remember the character's name. She's way down here for some reason. Why is she hiding down here? Cher. It's my favorite movie of all time. So yes, I have all the Funko Pops from that. She can stand up there. Maybe. Yes. She will hang up there. And I've got my flowers, my Gerber daisies, my fake Gerber daisies. Those were my best friend put that set together when I got married. So that is almost, that's 9 years old. I need to dust it, clearly. She put that together as a centerpiece for my bridal shower. Because the flowers I carried were Gerber daisies, but she put that together using flowers from like Michael's or some craft store, and she, you know, bought the vase and all that stuff, and they've traveled with me everywhere, and I love them. And then the black cat was my nan's, my mom's mom. That was her, it was in her apartment, and after she passed away, I would have been 13 when she died. My mom gave it to me, and then the white cat that you can see peeking over the shoulder of the little witch was given to me. I don't remember. I think my mom gave her to me when I was hospitalized for something. It might have been my tonsils when I was 7 or 8. So those cats have traveled with me for quite some time, and they have a kind of a place of honor up there. Out in the living room, you can't see him. He sits behind me in videos, but he's like up high is my Winnie the Pooh that was given to me when I was first born. My mom pretty much had me. My dad went downstairs to the gift shop and found this Winnie the Pooh, and he brought it up, and that's been my constant companion for 40 years. But yes, it's nice to kind of have those things. And then my makeup table, which is a huge, horrible mess, is over here, and I'm not going to show it to you because it's a mess. Stuff is covered on it, but I can find stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's that, like, controlled chaos. I do occasionally, like, every once a month clean it up, and then I'm like, where did I put that? So anyway, I've been rambling for 10 minutes in this vlog, and it's supposed to be like a booktube channel. I've talked about books for about 3 seconds. So tomorrow I'm not too sure what's going on. I think Garrett and I are just going to have a lazy day. My mom did call me today, and she's like, did you want to go to bingo tomorrow? And I'm like, maybe. Try our luck again. But because it's a holiday, yes, the bingo hall is open on Canada Day. The only day that they actually close is Christmas Day, and it's only for the morning. They are open after dinner, like for the 7 o'clock session on Christmas Day. It's the only time that they close. So they do a freebie session tomorrow, and that's at like 11 o'clock. And when you put free in front of it, you get everybody shows up. So my mom said to me, she goes, she wants to go to the 3 o'clock because the 11 o'clock will be the freebie, but almost everybody from that freebie will stay for the noon session. And then Mom and I figure most of them are probably going to go home. You know, 3 o'clock, the 3 runs till about 7 at night. And we figure most people will go home for like dinner and kids. And if they're going out to see fireworks and stuff tomorrow night. So we figure it might not be as busy. It doesn't matter. There could be 10 people there or 10,000 people there. You still have the exact same shot at winning. That's just my opinion. It's whatever numbers are drawn and whatever cards you have. But it's just more pleasant when you're not sitting on top of other people and it's super busy. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, we're gonna go to the, probably go to the 3 o'clock tomorrow. We shall see. I can't film at the bingo hall, for obvious reasons, but, I might try and take a couple pictures maybe before the session starts. We shall see. But yeah, so tomorrow is July. Very exciting. I have to change my calendar. I got my calendar up over right there. Yeah, my witchy calendar, I have that too. It's like my little witchy makeup corner. But anyway, I'm off to shoot a video because I would like to get this done before 10 o'clock tonight. I did have another nap this afternoon. These meds are still kicking my butt. It's probably going to be like this for the whole month until, you know, my doctor and I can figure out what we can do. But I am feeling better. the palpitations are still there, but they're not constant. And this medication that I'm on, it's a beta blocker in case anyone else is curious. It does take time to kind of build up in your system. So as it builds up more and more, the palpitations will become less and less, I think. But it's one of those medications where you can't skip it. It says it right on the jar. Do not stop taking this medication because you're obviously taking it for a reason, right? So anyway, yeah, so that's it. I will update you guys tomorrow. I'll talk to you then. Bye, guys.
Yes.
Filming a quick little vlog clip.
And?
And?
To make noise now?
You can
oh
make...
my god. Oh my god. I'm going to take my puffy face and I'm out of here.
Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, July the 1st. Happy Canada Day. I am wearing red for Canada Day. I dug through the closet. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I had a t-shirt that says something Canada on it, but I couldn't find it, so I went with red. That's good enough. It was a eventful morning so far, starting at about 4 a.m. Nothing, well, there he is. There he goes now. Nothing will wake you out of a dead sleep than a cat getting sick. And we had poor Gordon last night getting sick. He does this about once a month. He'll get really sick, like not really sick, but he'll get sick to his stomach a couple times. And he did it yesterday during the day too. I think it might be the heat and stuff like that too. That's not helping. But anyway, he seems fine now. Garrett just gave him some treats, so all is well. So I finally got back to sleep, and I didn't wake up until about 8 o'clock this morning. So it was kind of nice to sleep in a little bit. And then I went out and I went to good old McDonald's and I got myself a coffee. Yes, guys, it's a large coffee. I know, I've been told I'm supposed to cut out the coffee or cut down on the coffee, but I got half decaf, so that's not as bad. If I'm gonna go all the way over there, I want to get something bigger than like a medium. Like, that seems like a waste of time. And so yeah, so I did that. You're going to see a picture just before I post this clip of the Canadian flag where the McDonald's is. It's right by the highway, and there's a huge, huge Canadian flag that flies right there in the McDonald's parking lot. So I took a picture of that a little bit earlier. Game plan for today, I am currently editing a video. I actually had to shoot 2 videos last night. One was from my channel, which, as I mentioned last night, was my wrap-up, and for June, and then the other video was actually for Read Bliss. So right now I'm editing that one because I want to email that off to them and get it to them because today's the due date on it. So it worked out well with the books that I was reading, that I was able to get them all done in the month of June and get the video shot and all those fun things. So that's why there was a lot of cowboy romance last month. Now you guys know. But yeah, that video will probably be coming out in the next couple months or something like that. I'm not exactly sure the time frame. But anyway, so yes, I'm doing that, and then I'm going to edit my video, even though it's not going up till Thursday. I might as well get that done. And then later on today, I'll start editing. I'm actually really not going to edit much for this vlog. I'm not going to put any pictures in or anything like that. And by pictures, I mean like the book images or anything like that. I'm not going to bother. I'll list them all, of course, in the description box below if you guys are interested. But I did start I started 3 books. And I finished a book already for the month of July. I finished the Giant Days graphic novel. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars, you guys. So unless something else completely wows me this month, that's probably going to be my favorite book of the month, and I finished it on the first day of July. So that's always fun. The other books that I started Outlander last night because I realized that I can talk, that we are doing the Outlander read-along for the next couple months. So I did start that last night. I only read about 20 pages. I think for the first week, which would end this Friday, we are getting to the end of chapter 5. So that, in my print book, I have the big, like, trade, mass market paperback. It is about 99 pages into the book. So I have, you know, roughly about 80 more pages to read this week, which is not too bad. I do have it on audio. I have the entire series on audio. So I am doing my best to read the physical book, but if I, you know, fall behind or something like that, I do have the audio that I can fall back on, which is super fantastic. And a part of me always says with this series, the audio is just icing on the cake for the Outlander series. The narration by Davina Porter is just brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and it needs to be experienced. It just increases the enjoyment of that book tenfold, in my opinion. But anyway, I started that last night. So I'm going to, as soon as this video is done, I'm going to go on to the Goodreads group for the Create Your Own Readathon Goodreads group, and I will leave a link to this in the description box below as well. To the, I'm going to create the threads for the Outlander read along. So, you know, as you guys finish chapters or finish parts of the book, you can go on and discuss. You do not have to keep up with the pace that I set. I set that because I thought it would be the easiest for everybody. We are reading this over the course of 2 months. So there's lots of times to join in. If you want to read it on audio and fly through it in a couple weeks, that's your prerogative. It's whatever you want to do. Please do this at your own pace. Don't feel pressured to keep up. If you fall behind, it's okay. You know, but just, you know, just join us for the read along. And if this is well received and if you guys enjoy it, I plan on doing it personally. So I'm just kind of putting this out there for the rest of you if you want to join us, or join me, I should say. But after this, so this will be read over June and July and August. So then in September and October, I'll be moving on to book number 2. And this is how I'm going to work my way through the series, because these are such big books. I mean, I think this first book is 850 pages in that trade paperback, or in that mass market paperback. So yeah. So the other 2 books that I started today, I did start my new audiobook. It is it Magic and Macaroons? What's the book called? Hold on, bear with me. I've got it here on my tablet because I borrowed it from the library and I'm in the Libby app right now. Magic and Macaroons by Bailey Cates. This is, I think, the 5th book in the Magical Bake Shop Mystery Series. And this one I am reading for the Romanceopoly because I hit on the Cozy Mystery Square. So that's fun. So I am enjoying that one. And then the other book, I just, as I was sitting here and I was waiting for this video to kind of do its thing, I decided to pick up, excuse me, my ebook that I'm going to be reading. Oh my gosh, I've got the hiccups. Sorry, it's the coffee. Which is Summer Days by Susan Mallery, which I think is the 7th book in the Fool's Gold series. And I just want to read you guys the first paragraph because this is why I love this series so much, on how it doesn't take itself completely serious in a way. But I'm just going to read, just like I said, this opening paragraph for you guys because it's fun. Only in Fool's Gold would a Mercedes be brought to a stop by a goat. Rafe Stryker, is that not like the perfect romance hero's name? Turned off the engine of the powerful sedan and climbed out. The goat in the middle of the road surveyed him with a confident gleam in her dark eyes. If he hadn't known better, he would have sworn she was telling him this was her road, and if anyone was going to back down in this battle of wills, it would be him. So right at the beginning, it's a guy in a Mercedes going head-to-head with a goat. I love it. I love this series so much. So yeah, so I have a number of print books. The other 2 are up here. Cooper's Charm and The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I'll be reading in print format, but the rest of them will all be on ebook. But I have roughly about, I think I have to read roughly about 100 pages a day in all of my books to finish them, these print and ebooks, by the end of July. So lots and lots of time. And yes, I plan on reading my 100 pages of this today, listening to my audiobook today, maybe get some more Outlander read tonight. I am not starting another graphic, Giant Days novel. I've decided to read those in between the Babysitter's Club because I could completely see myself flying through the entire series very quickly. So I think I'm going to switch back and forth between the Babysitter's Club and the Giant Days series. So I don't have too many books on my on my currently reading list on Goodreads. I watched a video last night from Shannon. It was from the beginning of June, I think, and she was going through all 23 books that she has on her currently reading list, and like that would just like make me go, ooh. I couldn't carry that many books currently reading, and I mean some people can, and that's awesome. And I mean, I know to some people I have a lot of books on my currently reading shelf, because right now I've got Magic and Macaroons, Summer Days, Outlander, Christie's Mystery Admirer, which is the current Babysitter's Club book I'm reading. And is that all? And I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that might be all. But yeah, so, I mean, I know to some people that might be a lot. Like, some people only have 1, and you guys are awesome. But I like to have a little bit of variety. But anyway, so I'm rambling. Later on today, I'm going to edit this video, like I said. I'm going to edit my other video. And, then I am going to, I'm going out this afternoon with my mom to bingo. Yes, I did decide to go. I called her this morning and she said she was going to the freebie game at 11. And I'm like, you have fun with that because that place is going to be packed. But then Dad's just going to kind of wait for her and then bring her home. And then I'm going to go pick her up about 2 o'clock. And the two of us will go over to the 3 o'clock session. So I probably won't be home till about 7 o'clock tonight. But that's okay. I'm actually happy that we're going to this session because between like 2 and 5 or 6 at night over the last few days is when I've had naps. And I don't want to do that because like last night I was up till midnight because I do have to go back to work tomorrow. And I do not want to have a nap and then end up throwing off my sleep schedule. And, you know, if I'm a little tired, that's okay. If I can get to bed by 10:30, that'll be great. So I can get up and go to work tomorrow. The fireworks will probably be going off tonight. I don't think we're going to go out. Garrett's eye is still really, really swollen. It's getting better. Like I'm really trying not to be gross and gross anybody out, but you can tell it's getting better. Do you know what I mean? But the poor guy, he's not happy. So we're not going to go out anywhere. Maybe we'll get a pizza for dinner and, you know, maybe later on if the fireworks start going off, I'll go sit on my little porch area here that I have. We're on the first floor and look out and see if I can see them going up. Anybody in like the houses around us are setting off fireworks and see if I can see any. I used to love it when I lived before I met Garrett, I lived in a high rise. I was on the 19th floor of an apartment building and it was awesome. Anytime that we had fireworks, you could stand on the balcony and just see them going off like all over the place. It was so cool. And I really, really liked that. But, so we're going to miss the fireworks this year. That's okay. I'll still hear and see them from my little porch. But anyway, that's all I got for right now, guys. I will try and check in with you all later. Bye, guys.